I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Guy Tytunovich. He is co-founder and CEO at CHEQ. Guy, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Now, I'm very excited to talk with you, but before we do that, just a quick note to our viewers. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, Guy, tell me about CHEQ. What's your mission?
I don't actually know. They just put me here, and so again, thanks so much for having me. I started the company about 7 years ago. The aim originally was it's solving the anxiety from generative AI. Hence, our name is CHEQ. Check your AI. Back then, it wasn't actually called Gen AI. It was just called artificial intelligence. And to be honest, I thought it's a bit risky, the direction we're headed to with artificial intelligence. And I was scared, and we built a bunch of guardrails, I guess you could say, to put on artificial intelligence in order to keep it at bay or keep it at check. But then at a certain point in time, my investors said, Guy, you really need to generate revenue. I mean, that's what a business is for. And I was obviously completely shocked. That's not why I started a business. Oh, sorry. You know what? Yeah, it is. It is why I started a business. And we decided to apply it. We looked for the attack vector, the attack surface that needs our technology the most. And we discovered that it's the go-to-market space. Everything and anything to do with marketing or sales and the vulnerabilities that they have that are generated from generative AI, or that are having to do with, criminals that are using AI to compensate for lack of scale and so on and so forth. So that's us. Okay. That's what we do.
Okay. All right. So now cybersecurity already covers cloud, network, apps, and infrastructure, and treats them as attack surfaces that require protection. So is go-to-market its own attack surface that needs to be managed?
Yeah, we're incredibly pretentious people here at CHEQ. So what we decided to do is start our own attack surface, our own definition of a category, and we call it go-to-market security. And we believe it's by far the biggest attack surface out there. And at the end of the day, people who graduated from my unit in the Israeli Defense Intelligence typically go on to be tech entrepreneurs. And when they do that, they go to classic cybersecurity attack surfaces like cloud security, API security, and so on. I had this extremely pretentious and, to a certain extent, idiotic notion of starting my own attack surface or my own category, because I thought to myself, everything that is problematic in an organization in terms of vulnerabilities and scares comes from generative AI, comes from the go-to-market space. It is, we believe, the biggest by far attack surface out there. So I decided to start a company in that field, basically, or protect that field when we had to generate some revenue. And what we were seeing is, I think we're one of the fastest growing cybersecurity companies on the planet, which is quite indicative of the fact that it's a really, really ripe and really, really big attack surface and market.
Okay. All right, so what are some of the unique use cases that affect go-to-market that are currently not being properly addressed by security teams?
Well, anything to do with go-to-market is not really perceived as a problem of the CISO, the Chief Information Security Officer, and we do see a change. We're working very hard on educating CISOs around the world and understanding that it is indeed a problem that they need to solve for. One example is even bots clicking on your ads. You pay per click. So every time a user clicks on your ad, you pay money. Right. If a bot that doesn't use shampoo, that doesn't buy a can of soda, if a bot clicks on your ad, you're just wasting money. And it's a cybersecurity risk. Another example is the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer, uses between 500 to 1,000 different marketing tools, whether it's your chat support widget or your retargeting pixel and all those crazy names, product analytics. Every single one of those tools has access to your users' data and is currently unprotected, completely unprotected. When I talk to security people, they tell me, what? Right. We have all those tools running on our sites and we're not protecting them from them on a continuous basis. But these are a few quick examples. And I'll give you an example to what it actually means for you and I. If you book a flight on, say, Expedia.com, every single one of the 500 to 1,000 tools that are live there has access to Judy Shaw, to your credit card number, to where you actually live, which is, by the way, no, I'm kidding. to every single bit of data that you put in there, every single thing. It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk.
Oh gosh, okay. So now, Guy, is it fair to say that go-to-market security is expanding the total addressable market of cybersecurity?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, not a single dollar of go-to-market of the cybersecurity TAM currently includes go-to-market security. We feel that it is in the vicinity of, or in the neighborhood of $25 billion a year in terms of spend towards mitigating those problems, and none of it is included in the overall TAM of cybersecurity.
All right, well, Guy, wonderful to talk with you.
Great to talk with you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thanks for having me.